It's a very emotionally intense evening for all of us. I mean, for us performing it and for the audience as well, and one's conscious of that, the sort of stillness that hangs in the air.
The Odyssey is such a universal story. It can speak to so many different people in so many different ways.
Well, Homer's Odyssey is really a story of the aftermath of war. It narrates the 10-year journey home from the Trojan War by this incredibly flawed but fascinating hero, Odysseus.
Tell me about a complicated man. Muse. Tell me how he wandered and was lost after he had read.
Well, as soon as we looked at a map of Odysseus' journey, it made us think of other journeys across the Mediterranean in our own times. People displaced, people seeking homes, seeking new homes.
We commissioned works from 3 contemporary composers, Amy Bryce, George Stevenson, and Daniel Kidane. Amy's piece is just stunningly beautiful, and Daniel has written a piece that's so kind of meditative. George has written something so dramatic, where we're talking about the Cyclops.
We sharpened it, and then plunged it into the sleeping Cyclops' single eye.
We were very interested in talking to writers who had stories to tell that were different to our own stories. Yusuf Kazmir, who's born in the Badawi refugee camp in Lebanon, he wrote this extraordinary sequence of poems called Time.
They come, lapse, devoid of night. Perhaps time was absent.
Vani Capildeo won the Forward Prize for Poetry in 2016, produced 8 poems, each of which takes an incident in the Odyssey as a starting point, but then ranges out across issues to do with identity and refugees and finding home.
Tell me about a state governed by emotion. Would you move? Choose to move?
J.L.
They
Williams
force
is
you into moving?
an American poet. She has this wonderful sort of lyrical gift that the poems, they have the rhythm of speech.
I thought what I wanted was adventure, the love of gods and goddesses. But they all disappointed in the end.
The story of the Odyssey raises all kinds of questions about how humans interact with one another. The basis of it is this 3,000-year-old journey, but in that are encapsulated and incorporated all these many, many thousands of journeys and many thousands of lives that continue to be lost as people seek new homes and safety around the world. It's quite rare in the theatre to have this palpable silence at the end of a production. We're all brought to a place of contemplation of the enormity of these stories and the enormity of the human experience of moving, seeking home.